Welcome back to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. And I'm your host, Sarah, and there's my host, Brian, and there's my host, Amanda, and there's my host, Fred, and there's my, kind of becoming a pretty regular, almost co-host, and somebody who loves passing us crappy horror movies, Kevin!
Kevin!
When I need therapy, everyone's getting therapy, so I don't be alone.
100%. We're here for
I had
you.
to see it, so you all
Welcome
have
to another
see it.
episode of Critical Therapy, where we
This is
watch
why-
Kevin's movies.
This is why you need a new intro. It says Critical Affection, where we have Kevin's therapy.
Hi, my name's Brian, and I watched a Kevin suggestion.
I warned you it was going to suck, so at least I give you one.
You did.
before I tell you.
It's been 24
Yeah.
hours since I've seen a bad movie that Kevin suggested.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
we should
literally
just spin this up into its own thing at this point.
I literally was going to rewatch the movie last night. Then I remembered why I hated it. I was like, nope. If I just watched Soulmate, I'm not going to watch another comedy movie.
Oh. Surprise last minute joiner.
Yo.
Chad!
Hey, how's it
Chad.
going, guys? Can you hear me okay?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Great, good.
Most
I'm
definitely
glad.
not. I could not hear you at all.
Okay, I'll try again. Can you hear me?
Okay. I'm gonna put this is my show, so I can put my ticker down here. Everybody go follow free lunch for Tailwind.
All the kids are playing.
I-
Sarah's down to business.
Still have nothing on that page because I have ADHD. That's really that's it. It's fine. You guys, I'm gonna build you an awesome Kickstarter page when we actually do launch the book. So I'm gonna do that. The pre-launch pages that have the ability to Fred and Chad know what I'm talking about. Maybe Kevin too. I don't know if you've launched one since they added that so that you can put more than just your one image on there.
Oh yeah.
And now that you could put a whole blurb about your previews, and I don't want to do
I
that.
did not pay attention to that whatsoever. I just put my shit up there and got done with it, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I know that it probably would serve me well if I did that and put some more images and stuff up, but it's
I'll be right back.
fine,
But-
It's-
Yeah,
it's-
but not
it's
if it
a-
makes you not want to do it.
Yeah, it's less about it's that thing where I want to do it in theory,
Mhm.
but that would mean I'd have to do it, and that's the problem. Getting
Yeah.
Lori, we're following Tailwinds, and also go follow Lori. Go into Kickstarter search and type Path of the Pale Rider. There's a new one up. You Lori just funded your trade, right? And it's awesome, and I backed, and everybody should have backed, and if you didn't back, what the hell's wrong with you? And
My bank
let's
account?
see. Yeah.
That was a very fair statement.
So go follow Tailwinds and go follow the new Path of the Pale Rider, because Lori doesn't screw around. She gets those up bam, bam, bam. I think. Did you have your pre-launch page up before your previous campaign ended? Because
She did. She
Yeah,
did. I
funded
was
the-
there. She did.
she's making us all look bad. Her and
A little
Carissa.
bit.
You guys need to slow the hell down.
I
Making
wanted.
us all
I wanted to
look
say.
bad.
You say, "Oh, Lori doesn't screw around." No, Lori screws around a lot.
That's fair.
Not
Yeah,
like
she
that.
said
I
she
just
turned
mean
it on
she's.
Yeah, she turned it on the last day of the campaign. Yeah, I knew it. Hey, Tom. Let's talk about how bad Death of Robin Hood was. Is that a
Oh
movie?
God, that movie is also trash. I'm sorry, you have to go through that one too.
We need to make a whole separate list of just the bad
That one-
movies.
That one I would love me and Tom to be on because that movie was a headache as well.
Let's set it up. You guys send me a message. We'll set it up.
Why do I keep coming back here?
Love it. Yeah, no one as fast as Carissa. That's right. Okay, so Kevin suggested, and he did warn us that it was bad, but he suggested Scream 7. He did warn us, so we did like we agreed to this. So as much as we're shitting on Kevin today, it was consensual. He didn't surprise us with a crappy movie. He warned us it was going to be bad. And I was saying earlier, it was bad. It's a bad movie. But I have a theory. I want to talk about once we get into this a little bit. And I just yes, like it's a pretty, in my opinion, it was a pretty sort of typical formula for a slasher movie. But there wasn't a lot there.
But-
and
I couldn't even call it that. It was just stupid.
For the record.
I couldn't really call it a typical slasher either.
For the record, I didn't even watch it. And I can tell you right now, I bet I cannot tell you the entire plot of the Scream
yeah, you can.
movies.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can.
Dude with knife
Literally.
is upset.
One place they break
About
from
people,
the tradition
and
of
then
your
he
typical
goes around
slasher.
and he starts stabbing them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just
Tom
you,
says Scream is one of the most
can't-
overrated franchises
every
in
time.
horror.
I would.
You're
give
muted.
that
You're
to,
muted,
like-
Fred.
I would give that to Jason. I would give that to.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
Friday the 13th is the most overrated in my opinion.
I don't know. I
But Scream is my second most overrated. So
yeah, it. I think I've seen the first Scream. I don't
If
think.
you wanna
and there's
get
7
really-
of them. I have.
I
Cut
saw
off his 2013.
6.
Mhm.
Why are there 6?
I
They're all the
caught-
same movie, though, right?
I saw Scream 6 with Jenner.
no.
They are all every one of them. I feel like is the same damn movie. The only thing I find very entertaining about them is for some reason that Ghostface mask gives them superpowers.
Oh,
And I
like
do
not
plus,
understand
why.
plus
I
20 to
comment on this later.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in this movie, it apparently makes them able to disappear
Every
animatronic
time.
statues.
Yeah,
Because where the fuck did that thing go
yeah.
in the beginning?
in front of the
There was
couch.
an animatronic Ghostface statue, and it moved, and then it was just fucking gone, replaced by actual Ghostface. And I'm like,
Yes. Quickly
Where'd it
unplugged
go?
and
how
lugged
did that
somewhere.
go?
Yep.
There were 2 Ghostfaces
Silently.
in there.
No, he swapped it out. If you watch that scene, I caught a bit of that. Like it was in front of the couch because she throws a leg at him later.
I don't want to go back.
doesn't
and
make
watch
it
Unless
any
I
less dumb.
imagined it, she picked up a mannequin leg in front of the couch. Like when she was on the ground and he got stabbed, the girlfriend, and she picked up like a mannequin leg and threw it at him, hurled it at him.
Right.
So that was the body of the animatronic Jason that he swapped out with. I'm not saying it's not stupid, but they had a practical excuse for it,
They
not a
tried
good
to-
one.
Yeah, they tried to. Okay, well, you know what? I'll take your word for it because I don't want to go back and watch.
It's just practically stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole opening scene was dumb.
Let me guess. Does somebody get stabbed in the
Oh
opening
my
scene
god,
and run
totally,
away?
did see
dude.
it.
I got stabbed like
Like,
100
did
times.
they? You were
man.
there.
Oh my god.
Did they?
Totally
Oh
agree.
man.
Oh.
It's
Breaking from the formula,
wild.
but
Can you
Also-
guess the relation to the main characters?
Are they brother
They have
and
no
sister
fucking
this
relation.
time?
It just
No
connects to
fucking-
standalone.
No relation.
The
No
random horror
God,
movie.
It connects
buffs.
to nothing. You know how
Yeah,
you used to
it
go to
was- it
Pixar
was legit
movies that
just
have a little
two-
short before it that was not related to the movie? That was this.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the,
it was-
the
I mean,
entire
it wasn't
point.
I mean, I guess
idiot-
that's not
Or
too
endearing.
Idiot
bad.
horror fans going to Stu's old house. That's a museum now, and yeah,
That's nothing now. It's
yeah.
a pile of ash, right? Because he burned it down.
Yeah, it's
or
a pile of ash now. But
We don't
yeah,
know because there's obviously, of course, there's 2 ghost faces because there's always fucking 2.
It's
and-
always two.
And yeah, so like we know that
They did one once.
No, in Scream 6 there was 3.
They did one
There you
once
go,
too.
there's always at
Scream
least
6.
2.
That reveal was so freaking. Never mind. That's a whole different conversation. But Scream 3 was the brother of Sydney. That was the only one Ghostface.
Yep.
And
They could have ended the
Yeah,
franchise right there. Honestly, it could have just stopped it right there.
So the thing about
Yeah.
Solid
Go.
choice. Like
So,
Always to the R.
is there anything that we like about this movie?
Yes, I
I don't know.
still
I
think
liked that I
Nev
didn't
Campbell's hot.
watch it.
That's
That
about it.
Chad
I like
didn't
that it
watch it.
was 2 hours long.
For Chad's sake.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I like
minus
that Nev Campbell's still hot. That's the only reason I liked it.
Mhm.
So
Minus the villain, the dialogue was not horrifically broken. It was not the worst I'd ever heard.
Okay.
Mm.
Give you that.
the
I-
Their
reveal
sentences made
was,
sense. Looking at you,
Mhm.
the
Twilight.
reveal
It's like,
made
oh,
no
Such a
They
low bar
said
to clear,
words.
but like, okay, you know what? We'll take it because this movie doesn't have a lot going.
We have seen movies where the words coming out of their mouth do nothing for the movie. This at least
Mhm.
moved
At
things
all.
along a little. So, you know.
Very true.
Also, they did believe the woman who
I mean,
said that
Screaming
bad
usually
people had
does.
come back.
Mhm.
And they didn't just have this weird period where nobody believed her and her life was in even more mortal danger. She said bad people were back. They were like, fuck yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Also,
For the record, though, people running and screaming do tend to like move the plot of a movie because they move somewhere else. So it's like,
They
yeah,
move cameras.
so
they move the camera. yeah.
So I was gonna, I this is actually was my second time watching it, and I as a fan of the franchise, it played better as a first watch because it lulls you into that belief, like, is Matthew Lillard like really alive, and are they going to do some kind of like crazy retcon, or are they going to, and like if so, is it going to be justified? Like, can they pull that off somehow? And they just decided not to do that and to hide by. So it actually,
Good way to show
I'm-
off
I'm-
AI.
I'm a huge fan of the franchise. You know, I've the first one is one of my all-time favorite movies. I think it's one of the best horror movies and slasher movies ever made. You know, it was, but to some degree, they've always like repeated the formula, like to a degree, like to like a diminishing result. The thing I do like about the franchise is that they did try to stay in line with the film aspect of it. About every 10 years or so, they had like a halfway decent idea. Like Scream 4 would have been a really good movie if, you know, spoiler alert, but if they cut with like Jill getting carried out on the gurney. It could have set up another movie, or it could have been she got away with it, or it could have been like a thought provoker and stuff. But it was, at the time, I forget what the innovation was. I think it was like the live streaming, and there were a lot of things that they were tapping into at that time. And I feel like the Scream a few years ago had something else that they were trying to tie it into like the requel thing, and it was like much less successful. And then the last two have been really bad. And like what irritates me as a fan of this one is that they're really they're missing out on like the craft and the filmmaking that made the first one a really good movie. It was a really sharp script by Wes Craven. It had a lot to offer in terms of like changing the genre, and it was really tightly directed. Like Wes Craven really knew what he was doing, and it was edited really well. Whoever cut it did a masterful job. And this movie, you know, like what happens with a lot of horror movies, and this has happened since Halloween, you know, once something breaks and does really well, and usually not something so shocking, not something so bloodless, you know, like Texas Chainsaw. I'm getting really nerdy here. I promise I'll wrap up soon. But like, Parker won't allow me to finish. But like Texas Chainsaw and like Halloween are essentially like really bloodless movies. It's the style that made them. It's the style that made them so effective. And once they, you know, were effective, a bunch of less talented people didn't know what the innovation was and how to make them as good. So they would just throw things like blood and gore and shock at the screen and stuff. So what you have here is like a 7th generation, like, you know, installment of something that's out of juice. So like what they did was they just, again, dialed up the extremity, that scene of the young girl hanging. And something else I've noticed they did in over the course of the franchise was that like when Scream came out, like the entire cast were teenagers, but they all looked 25 and older. This movie, they all look incredibly young. So like when you see that little girl get strapped up there and gutted, like it no pun intended, but it cuts different. Like it's really just like a visceral, like again, it's really just it's an ugly death that has no emotion because you're not connected to the girl because the film hasn't been developed properly, and it's just shock for shock's sake because we don't know what to do anymore to make Scream more so you're kind of doing really gruesomely shocking deaths and stuff that are, you know, not where the innovation is. So
For the record, I'm not gonna lie. I laughed when that girl got killed, and I cared not for her character whatsoever. I just laughed at her getting killed. If I'm being
Couldn't even
honest.
tell your name.
I did not
Yeah,
care.
there wasn't a lot. Like they didn't do a lot to make us care about the characters that were being
Not at all.
mutilated. Kind of
And they never do.
The cop, the husband, yeah.
No.
Like
Oh.
they kind of tried with that one because like, oh, it's the main characters, and she was the final girl, and it's her husband, and she cares about him, and it's the new main final girl's father, and we need to, yeah. They
But
tried.
the other part
him,
that,
not very hard.
All it.
well,
all
the other
it's
part that kind of
doing-
made me laugh.
All they're doing is just.
What was you
Go
saying,
on.
Chad? Oh,
I
I
was
was just gonna say
say
that.
all it
Yeah.
is it just. We'll get there
Sorry,
eventually.
let's go, Chad. Let's go, Chad. Go.
Every time, what it sounds, anytime they bring up the final girl, I always think about Jamie Lee Curtis trapped in the booby trapped house, and she's like, Mike Myers is gonna get me. And I feel like that's all they're doing with Scream now too. Is like they don't know what to do anymore except do this final girl movie without doing a legacy movie anymore, or a handoff. So it's
All right.
it's stupid.
it's the law.
Matt-
It's the
Matt has met some of these people, so he said, which character did you meet? I don't remember most of their names. I don't remember the main character's name. Tate. Her name was Tate.
Oh, yeah.
Lori says hi, Matt. Also, hi, Matt.
hey, Matt.
Kevin,
Matt.
what were you saying?
I was just gonna bring up a part that also made me laugh. Is when they killed that dumbass boy, and he was on the soda thing, and his body bends over, and his dead mouth would come out with the soda.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
No.
Like, part of me, I'm like, that's funny, but that don't make sense. But because isn't the nozzle the other way?
Yep,
was a beer
should be running
tap.
down his
Oh,
back.
No, that's not how they work. Yeah, that's not how beer taps
I'm like,
work.
that's not how that works. But good try, I guess. Try to be creative,
I
but
guess-
at least do it right. But
Yeah, like I
Jesus
guess
Christ.
props to them for trying to make a funny / horrifying death there. Like I did avert my eyes at that point because I just have a thing about people's heads being put on spikes that's too graphic for me.
Mhm.
But I saw it like they choreographed it. Like we saw like they even had the spotlight right on the sharp point of the beer tap handle, which nobody in who has a beer tap handle that sharp? Because that is exactly the kind of thing that can happen on accident if you're fucking around behind the bar.
Mhm.
So nobody has
Yeah.
that for real.
Nobody's ever hopped up on a bar ever, especially in a movie. That's never happened, not
God.
once.
Yeah, no, it's so stupid. And anyway. All right, I got fucking shits flying up on my computer.
Mhm.
Explosions.
I was
What a
just
chance
so
do we
mad
have?
at us talking
That's-
about Scream 7 that I had to leave.
Fair enough.
You're
didn't
I
see
don't
it.
know if you guys seeing this because there's still a spinning Chad in here, and now there's two Chads.
Oh,
Matt,
do
how
you
I
have
old-
a
only
Chad?
see one.
Matt, how
I
old
was
is
one
she? Do you
time.
know?
How old is McKenna Grace?
Yeah. I'm just
Old
curious.
enough to
She,
bring
she
in
looked
Scream.
she looked
She's
very
20.
like
she's like
she,
20.
she looked very young. Very I mean it's
Yeah,
probably
she
too
is.
like her build and stuff. She was
Probably
very
like
leafy.
That was
19 or
all about
20.
her build. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's literally
Even the
she's
other
just
girl-
20 years old. She's 20
Even-
years old.
Even Sydney seemed very young looking too. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting older and it's like, my perspective's changing, but she looked very young too, I thought.
No, they all looked older, but
Mhm.
it would be interesting if they would actually cast teenagers as teenagers in these movies because it would hit very differently.
You know
That'd
why
be
they
hard to
don't?
watch.
You know why they don't do that?
Because
Or
they
at
don't
least they
actually want
think-
us to think about how they're trying to kill children.
No,
So you guys
it might be actually because you can't show children dying in China, so it might
Uh-huh.
have something to do with that. That's
Didn't they
why
do that?
don't
Well, they
do
did that
They're
with
just
it.
But they are
High school
showing children
teenage
dying.
women.
No, I know, but they
But
can't do like
Um,
it can't be actual show. But I guess yeah, it did do that too. So maybe not, or maybe
No,
that's
enjoy
true.
it.
I,
that's what
I
was
don't
thinking. I
know.
was like, she was probably 19 when it felt because I just googled her.
Yeah.
She's 20
Matt
now.
said
Yeah.
Matt said 19. So I mean, I don't know. I think that looks a lot younger than to me at least than like Drew Barrymore and like Nev Campbell and Skeet Ulrich. And oh my God, Skeet Ulrich looked like 35 in that first movie. Probably was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm just becoming the old man, but they did seem very on the youngish side, and it kind of made it a little more uncomfortable for me than some of the earlier installments.
I just had a problem caring about the characters. So it's like, well, because like you know what's gonna happen when Ghostface shows up. They're gonna die. Like everybody's gonna die, or they're gonna get horribly maimed, and then like they're gonna try and surprise us with somebody who didn't die from the horrible maiming. Like there's no deviation off that formula.
I just checked, and then It Part 1 and 2, 2017 and 2019, did not release in China, so it actually might have something to do.
There we go.
Yeah,
So,
that could be it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was eating kids, so I wasn't expecting that to hit China whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, because they legally can't show children dying. Anyway.
That makes sense. Because like China's a huge market these days, and the studios don't want to shut that out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ultimately, this movie was boring, and it was really just designed for the fans. It was an OnlyFans movie.
Yeah.
And
Even as a fan, it was boring enough to me.
Y'all got what you deserved for supporting the franchise.
Yeah.
The first movie was good because it was new and we hadn't quite seen anything like that in a while. But like I don't even remember the first movie. I remember being horrified by it because I'm not that big of a fan of gory movies. Scary, sure, but not gore.
Yeah, it's kind of like Exorcist.
Everything after that is kind of fart noise. I don't care about it.
It's like with like Exorcist and Poltergeist and all those. Like you look at back then, it was for that time, or even Jaws, and then as the franchises go on, you're like,
yeah, the Poltergeist.
You should have just stuck with the first movie. You could have just ended it right
the first
there.
movie wasn't terribly good either, but
the first movie was
but for that time,
a slasher film.
It was groundbreaking.
I mean, I didn't. I don't.
Then
think,
the rest were not.
I don't think the original Exorcist is very good.
Whoa, Amanda,
yeah.
you said Scream is not a good film. The first one.
Not terribly, no.
Chad. Bye,
Ooh,
Chad.
I disagree.
I'm confident you do.
I'm sorry. I think of The Exorcist as a very boring.
Like,
movie.
I actually watched
My favorite thing in the world to do when somebody starts getting a little heated is just scream at them. The power of Christ compels you.
I sat down and watched the
That
original
is pretty
Exorcist for the first time, actually.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Okay. Matt says something here. Matt says,
I didn't.
being a part of the Scream 7 premiere weekend, what Amanda said is completely true fan service. Yeah. That
Sure.
tracks.
Yeah. I mean, any of these movies are just fan service.
Oh yeah.
Now-
As someone who
look at-
hadn't seen the middle ones, I know I missed stuff, and then when I was doing some research for
Something about
No,
New
you
York, they
didn't.
brought
explain
that
how
up.
I felt about
No,
the
you
pieces,
didn't. I'm like, you
I
didn't miss
definitely
anything.
discovered that there was a
You
bunch of
didn't
stuff
miss
in there
anything.
I didn't know. Like the two interns for the Courtney whoever character.
Courtney
I wasn't
Cox.
sure if they were supposed to be dating or they were going to be just friends.
were
And
Brother-
apparently they were related. They were
Yeah.
like brother and sister.
They are brother
Okay.
and sister, and they're related to that dude from Part
other
3
guy.
died. Shit, I forgot his name.
Of course they are.
Not Mackie,
Uh,
but Meeks.
Yeah, but I forgot the dude's name. But that's how they connected them to the original.
Right. But as if you just watch 7, you have no idea about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that happen you
Was
don't
there
know.
one?
Apparently, because it's the subtext of a lot of the things that are happening, and we end up missing it because if you haven't watched them, you don't know these pieces.
Well, they're for these are for the people who follow the franchises very closely. So, you know.
One day I would like to get back to about whether or not the first one's good because I would love to have that conversation because I think it has a lot more that it offers than people
That
realize.
feels
but
like a
maybe
good
not. But
inaugural episode of Kevin's movie therapy, doesn't it?
I would love to, but I'm sure I'm never disappointed with your
times.
reasons. Like I always think they're usually I think they're
Well,
always valid, but I
Funny enough, the 7th and the first one have a lot in common for why they're terrible. So let's talk about that a little bit.
go ahead.
Let's talk about how they center on whiteness. They don't have a diversity of characters. It's all about these thin white girls and some of the thinner white boys, usually
Mhm.
pretty.
Mhm.
They just kind of have that lack of diversity, and it's not great.
In Scream 7,
Well,
Yeah.
If I may,
Wait,
We're
if I may,
trying to figure out the diversity of Scream of any of these slasher horror
They
movies.
they started
if I-
to have some diversity apparently with some of the middle ones, but at the beginning and the end, like the seventh one recenters back to all the white women, and they do have the two black characters, which is a
And
diverse.
do they die?
and they do have another one. They have another one. The young girl in the bar.
Yeah, Tatum's friend is.
Who they
Yeah.
kill.
And they
Yeah.
did
Dude,
murder
that
them.
Everybody
Really?
dies in the movie except the three
And the
main
main
characters.
like,
No.
guy.
They kill all of the teenagers. All of the adults live.
The Meeks live. The you're talking about, the brother and sister live.
Yeah, because they're adults. They're not teenagers.
Right, they're
No.
grown now in
Yeah,
7
they're grown.
years later.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
unless
also
two people, two unrelated people at the beginning, presumably adults, if they could,
But they're
they're
right, but they're
If I may-
fans, and the
Matter.
fans are the they keep inserting fans into the franchise as
fans all die.
If I may, the reason that they
Yeah.
lived is the reason they lived is because they're legacy characters from the franchise already. I wanted to push back at something that Chad was saying a minute ago too. That we something that comes up a lot on this show is a lot of times when people say, when there's something that we don't like, that's just fan service. And like every movie that's ever been made by a Hollywood studio has been fan service. They have all been there with the idea to make either a 4-quadrant movie to get everybody into the theaters, or to make a certain genre film to get a certain demographic in.
Sure.
Like everything since like Jaws has been fan service. Your art films are there are art films out there, and they're done by like smaller studios, but all the big studios, all these things that we always talk about on this show, whether it's this or a Marvel movie, anything that's got more than 2 sequels right now is done with fan service in mind, and that's just the
it's
world
not
we
fan
live in.
service, though. They're trying to build us up and have us buy into their world. They're trying to push their narrative onto us. They want us to believe what they want us to believe, and they build that out throughout the movies in order to make those points.
But they get to do that, and I have this argument with my comic book friends a lot of the times too, who like would argue that like when a Marvel character or something goes in it, like a writer gets on a comic book character and they take them in a direction that person doesn't like, and they're like, oh, that's awful, they ruined the character. Well, number one, it'll always reset. There'll always be another reboot somewhere. Somebody will be on the book in just a minute, so it's going to go back to the way it was. But also it's God damn it, Parker. But also, like, they get to push that agenda because they got to that spot. Like, I don't think this film is done by anybody who's a great talented filmmaker, but that guy worked his life to get there, and he gets to make the story that he wants with the studio and their agendas in mind. So, like, we consider all the time and second, whatever, but like, they know exactly the movie they're making, and they're happy with this movie because, like you said, this is the high, even though it's like the biggest piece of shit, and I'm a lifelong Scream fan, and I can admit it. But they're very happy with the money they made on this one, and they will make another one of equal or lesser quality with probably the same issue because this is the sausage formula that works. So they're going to go with it. And
So
like,
you're saying, but that's just then. At
I'm
that
saying,
point, you
look
are
for
doing-
something. They are, but that's what I'm saying. Everything is, you want to
Sure,
see something
but you're-
original. Look at something original, like Obsession or Backrooms. There have been a lot of really great, like, step up to the plate and shoot your shot and stuff. And guess what? They're going to get bastardized in 3 and 4 and 5 movies. This is what horror does. This is what franchises do. This has been going on since Jaws. I mean, it just happens,
For the
So
record,
we
you are
shouldn't
right.
have we shouldn't have higher expectations. These are this is the system. If you want to change the system, I would like to one day. I would love to make a Scream movie, and I think I can do a good job, but I'm not even close to getting in the game yet. So, like, that's the system. So we have to,
but for the record, though, you're only targeting the fans in this case with these movies. So that's what
Hollywood.
that's what I take away as fan service is you're not really trying to tell a good story. You're just trying to get money from the fans that'll go and see the movies.
Hollywood is a business
But
first.
I am
It
not
always
saying,
was.
Fred, you're wrong. I agree with you.
But it was always a business first. Once
So-
you accept that, and once you whatever, then you kind of like lower your bar, and then you take shit for what it is, and you're like, okay, this was good, and this wasn't good, and then you see something like, and then you see something like Obsession, and you're like, man, that was thoughtful, and that was different, and that was this. So like. Yeah, this is Scream 7. Like, my expectations were like not just like to go with Fish's analogy, not just not just a Big Mac, but like a Big Mac that's been stepped on 6 times.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the same, like, just don't expect too much. Like, it's Scream 7. Like, we knew what it was.
I
Kevin
think
even
that-
told us
here's
what
the
it was.
thing, though. I think that you should at least expect to have fun with them.
They think they did, and for somebody, this was fun.
Like-
For the young kids, they thought all this was innovative and stuff.
I'm sorry, I don't think my 7-year-old nephew would go see this movie. What young kids are you talking about? This
17, I'm a man. How can we establish it? The 17-year-olds that know who McKenna Grace is, and I don't, like those kids. They went to see this.
Those kids. Oh, okay.
The
God
kids that went
damn,
to see
I,
this.
I forgot those
Well,
are kids too, man.
I worked at a movie theater a couple summers ago, man. Like, they're young kids to me.
Now I feel like we need to get Amanda on Scream 8 so they can give her the script and she just tear the shit up and rewrite the whole damn thing.
No, Amanda, I'm with you. There's a better movie to be made here and stuff, but like you got to realize this is a movie that was made in 1996 and it was a Hollywood production, and they went. I mean, this is what
Matt got a point there.
Craven made this movie like 15 years after Nightmare on Elm. I'm not going to get too bad, but yeah, there's for the time it was innovative, and for the time it did a lot, and it did the best of what it could. And they've kind of kept the formula the same ever since, and that's what Hollywood
But it
does.
wasn't really that innovative.
I think it was.
fair. The thing that I keep hearing about the innovation is that it was, trying to subvert the tropes, and it was calling them out actively. And watching this, it promotes those tropes. It does not subvert them. It does not mock them.
Because it's fallen into them. It's become an issue.
If you want a
Even
movie
the
that
first one.
mocks them, just go watch the new Scary Movie. That
Literally.
movie.
Are they still
mocks
making
the
those?
tropes. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
the
did.
new one came out, and it was the worst piece of thing I ever sat through.
So
Goddamn.
So Scream. The innovation was that it actually took time to develop the characters. Most of the characters in that movie
Yeah, so did
were
Scary
largely
Movie.
developed. But I'm just saying here. Amanda was asking about 7, so I'm just saying. It took the time to develop the characters. It added like a mystery element that really wasn't there in slasher movies before, because most of the slashers were just lumbering, killers and stuff or
They had
whatever.
more surprise element than mystery.
They had mystery, they had character development, they had a sharp script and stuff, and it was timed well. They also drew on the psycho trope of bringing in a big star and killing them off right away. And this also, it reinvigorated a genre that was dead at that point. Like horror in the mid 90s was dead. We were on like Halloween 6 and 7, like nothing new was coming on, and it reinvented the genre so much so that you're right, it's become the standard now, and it's become like like a shell of itself. But I still think the original holds up for the innovation that it was.
I don't disagree with you on the first Scream at all. I love the first one.
Yeah.
But Scream 7, I didn't see it, and I still think it's bad.
Yeah.
Just everybody who's talking about it.
With
Granted,
Oh,
though,
bro,
I
you
didn't
can-
hate.
You can look at the
Granted,
trailer
though,
and know the
I
entire
didn't
movie.
hate
Guys,
Scream.
I have
6,
a very
though.
important. I have an important. I wanna submit this to the panel. Scream 7. No. So the chick who plays Jessica Bowden. Pitch Perfect is the origin story for Scream 7.
I've never
No.
seen Pitch Perfect, so
I
don't
haven't
know.
either.
Damn it, Kevin!
So,
I saw it a while ago, but I'm not with
Very-
you on that.
Like,
different.
she's like the character Jessica, the second Ghostface.
Yeah, I know.
You don't. You can't.
She is this like like her father was a military man, and she is like she has like emotional trauma from that, and so she's kind of a lot high strung and overbearing in Pitch Perfect and all the sequels of Pitch Perfect. It's even worse in Pitch Perfect 2, I think. So this is my theory. Jessica Bowden is that is her origin story. Is her father fucked her all up with his rigidness, and he said like if she would say in a couple of times in Pitch Perfect, she said that her father always told her, if you're not the best, then you're a fucking loser and get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
So-
Ghostface says that all the time to everybody. I mean, yeah.
Well, and I was like,
Every movie.
that's
Word for word.
that feels
Yeah.
like come on, Matt, are you with me, Matt? Like this Pitch Perfect is the origin story for the Ghostface in Scream 7. I stand by it.
You know, Angelica
No,
thinks
nobody
all
can
the
fucking
kids
refute
in
me 'cause
Rugrats
none of
are
y'all-
dead.
It's perfect.
And you know
I
what?
saw the
Pitch
Pitch
Perfect.
I saw
I
the Pitch
disagree.
Perfect trailers.
I guess my hands
and
are
got me
tied.
less interested.
You know what? And if the other killer had wound up with what's her name? Oh fuck, I lost her name. Can't hardly wait, girl. Amanda. Maybe he wouldn't have wound up killing people too.
And
What's
maybe
her
the
name?
call
Right,
was coming
right.
from inside the house. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Wow, it eluded me for a long time there.
She's in
Sorry,
I know what you
Sarah.
did. I know what you did last summer.
Come on. Why? No,
Mhm.
come on,
I
you
know-
guys.
I saw that new one too. I
I
saw
thought that was hilarious, and nobody is backing me up on this. You're all
I'm
dead to me.
sorry.
I don't
Not funny.
understand.
It's not
and-
accurate.
Well, Kevin, yeah, like you can't. You guys, if you haven't seen Pitch Perfect, you can't back me up on that because it's just. I think it's funny.
Can't deny
I
it.
saw
Though.
the
I'm
I saw the
fucking
trailer
hilarious.
of Pitch Perfect, and I got less interested to watch it. So I'm
No,
not.
it's a really cute like girl power movie, but like I enjoy watching it, but it's not like an amazing movie or anything. So I like watching it though.
I'd rather watch Devil
It's
Wears
much
Prada.
bullshit, but it's so fun to watch for me personally.
I saw Devil Wears Prada 2. I actually like that movie.
That movie
I-
sucks.
I like the first
I
one.
am not a fan
First
of
one's
Devil Wears
great.
Prada
I-
1, so I have no
I
interest in
love the
seeing
first
Devil
one.
Wears Prada 2.
The second one
Yeah,
sucks.
I thought it was alright.
Good to know.
I don't know. Anyway,
Seems like it might.
Anyway,
the
Yeah, the
character-
movie sucked because that was not new from Chad, so that's why it sucked.
What sucks?
Oh, Isabel May is the actress who plays Tatum in this movie, and she is in this presumably terrible Daily Wire Plus movie called Run, Hide, Fight. And like I have not watched Run, Hide, Fight. I have watched other people telling me about Run, Hide, Fight. Three different YouTubers. And I was like watching their analysis on this movie, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a garbage movie. I knew it already, but I just confirmation, cool. And she's the same fucking character in both movies, from what I can tell. Has anybody seen Run, Hide, Fight? Apparently, it's
Not yet.
No.
like school shooter fanfic.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
I have.
Because
Not a
The
the entire
clue.
I don't want to see it because the concept is bad. Like you should not make an action film out of a school shooting. That's horrible.
Yeah, I saw
You have
that.
not
I-
been to
I-
Newgrounds, then, my friend.
Yeah, I saw that. You should do exactly what the movie says: run, hide, and fight for your life. And not watch the movie. So yes, do not watch that. So yes.
Yeah.
What was that one movie that came out? Have Fun, Don't Die.
Oh,
Good luck, have
yeah.
fun, don't die.
yeah, we watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any good?
No.
I watched it. It was
I
it
liked
was
it.
all over the place for me, but I did have fun watching it. I
That's
struggled
what
to keep up.
That's what I've heard is that it's just kind of turn off your brain fun, but other than that, like it's
Yeah.
not very deep.
Don't go into it seriously. It's just one of them filler movies. So you just watch
I
just
want-
to take a break from working.
Yeah, it
I
was
do want to
fun.
see
It was
They Will
fun
Kill
watching it.
You.
We will
Yeah.
kill you.
They Will Kill You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie was actually funny. I'm sorry. That was a.
It looks great.
That movie was a good.
We're
freaking
also
slasher.
over
That,
Scream
that was
7.
more
I
of
was
a
gonna
slasher
say-
than Scream was.
Can I go on a long rant for a minute and then we can get back to other things?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet, thank you. The Scream franchise has this thing where they're all about how the girl who survives is this like special girl because it's breaking the trope where teenagers, particularly girls, have sex and take drugs or drinks and they'll be killed, or they go off to investigate and they get killed. No, they always fail to mention that they've conveniently want any girls who have bodies that can be sexualized as an adult or play a sport that an adult might sexualize should also get killed. So like big boobs and cheerleaders. The point though is that this girl is somehow not a good girl, has sex, etc., but doesn't die. But that's a really crap metric for trying to track how better a movie might be. And in fact, she is abused and tortured and nearly killed. And then she's put back into danger in every movie. So she's not escaping the trope at all. They're just dragging it out through 7 goddamn movies. Also,
Welcome to
she
Scream.
that doesn't have sex might not count since she was having sex with the villain. So it's exempting in some ways. So these writers and producers are having an adult villain that's going around trying to kill a teenage girl for no reason, and then in subsequent movie has different adults attacking her for having the poor taste to survive and fight back. We're like on movie 7 of this survivor who's, abused, tortured, and nearly killed. It's not a great feminist movie for like the girl who breaks the rules and gets to win the horror game. This is the franchise that's an extended horror movie where the girl and then the woman is just always punished and is always being led to her death for not being a good girl. Like the whole point of
So-
a fairy tale is that, and other kids fighting monster stories, is to let kids know that they can win or defeat them. And instead, horror, and especially this franchise, needs you to know that the villain always wins, because they come back and there's a next movie where they get to hurt the uppity women and the girls again. And so even this movie ended with a shot of the masked villain to let us know that someone's going to take up the mantle again. Their biggest point of this movie was that stigma, that pain, and that trauma and torture is being passed down to the daughter, since the mom is past her prime, because villains need young girls as their victim. And it's particularly chilling given that the villain is sort of a stand-in for like rich people, Epstein, Weinstein, and monsters of the world. And Weinstein produced these movies. So women get punished, girls are killed, tortured, and abused. The villain is toying with the victims. The villain has almost superpowers. The writers and the producers admire the villain and imbue them with powers so they can kill and hurt almost anyone, especially children. They make them untouchable. They get direct hits to the face with a shovel. They repeatedly get attacked and just keep going. They get shot, they get up, and they sneak away. They're priming people to watch these movies to accept that people with powers are untouchable. They make them the superior human. They somehow have super hearing that lets them know that somebody's in the walls and then gets to stab through the drywall repeatedly. They want us to be impressed by that strength and discernment that the villain gets by becoming a villain. And then they like really emphasize the predator stalking, where they disappear without a trace, even when injured. They appear with no sound. They're just pushing this narrative that the villain always has the advantage and that everyone else has to stay on their guard because the villain is their hero, essentially. And like watching and paying money into the franchise puts money into the pockets of the people who are monsters and have been supporting the monsters. And so that's makes it not a great franchise in a lot of ways. They just this whole thing is very centered on killing girls and killing children. The adults are all the only ones that lived, except for the one virginal girl in this movie. It just they really, really like to write killing children.
You make me
If I
sad
may.
sometimes.
May I? I agree with just about everything that you said there. The only thing that I would say, just to make so I can sleep at night. No, just kidding. But I think one is a different animal. I think one is a different animal than 2 through 7. I think one was a response to these tropes that had been going on for a while. They were trying to be aware of them and respond to them. And again, I don't me personally, I don't think that these are a great. I don't think there are a lot of horror movies that are about. How do I say this? I don't think this is like a deeply like pro feminist hero the way that like sometimes like Ripley and some of the other characters in this class do. Like she survives the first one barely, and I do actually agree with you. I did not like that. Like I do not like that the characters are all two-dimensional now at this point in the story. I do not like that any innovation in the franchise has been like stripped out and it's all become very flat. And I do not like a lot of things about this, but unfortunately, two things are true at once. Like, yes, I think everything that you said is true, but I also think that a lot of that is not like the intent of the people. It's more a byproduct of this like money-making machine where they figured out their recipe and that's what they think brings them money, and they're just going to keep doubling down on it and doubling down on it and doubling down on it. So I'm with you on that. I just think somewhere, first of all, I still think Scream holds up. I still think it's a great movie. It's one of my favorites, and I still think it's innovative and smart for what it is, if not for what came later. So yeah, I hear your points a lot, but I do think it was. I think you're saying what it gets defended as, or like what people say about the franchise and stuff. And I don't think that stuff is true, that it is this great, meditation, this great piece about, pro-woman this and whatever. I think that's more the narrative they've assigned to the film in order to keep being able to make more. I think initially it was just a response to the slasher films that were in the zeitgeist and refreshing them with like soap opera drama and a self-awareness and a mystery element that had been missing from horror from a long time. Because I can't remember the last movie in the genre before this, mainstream movie, where the killer was a mystery. It was always, it's Michael Myers and he's coming. It's Jason and he's coming. Very few movies at that time were let's make a mystery, killer. And I think a lot of the logic also left this movie too. One of my notes was that, like, you're right about the superhero element. Like, I hate how, like, Ghostface never changes his body language. Like, he's played by, like, little Mikey Madison and, big Billy Loomis, and he's always got the same body language, and he always survives all this stuff. And you're right, he is superhuman, and it's not whatever. But again, it's that's Hollywood, man. Like, that's the argument I keep falling down on, is like, that's what they do. Don't expect too much and you'll never be disappointed, and like, look to indie cinema and hope for them to do better, because this is what it is.
For the record, though, it is, to both of your points, I do understand, but I'm also not as smart and analytical as that whole conversation. But it is two sides of the same coin. I think you have your girl power, strong, independent ones like from Alien, and then you got your damsel murder, killing spree of women with Ghostface. So I guess it just depends on which one you are willing to throw money at. And
we did Alien, and Amanda thinks the same thing about Alien, so I realized that wasn't probably a good example.
Well,
right?
Ripley is a badass character.
I remember that.
That doesn't mean, but here's the thing, though, that doesn't mean she could still be tortured. She just becomes stronger. Like, in the Scream movies, they don't really become stronger. They just get stabbed. That's what I am seeing when it comes to the difference between Alien and Scream. Or any slasher movie. I mean, in that case, you might as well just go watch Tomb Raider if you want a strong, independent woman who doesn't die, is Lara Croft. So, yeah. But again, it just depends on what you want to throw money at. But to Amanda's point, yes, I do think that there is the whole, you just like slaughtering and torturing women.
100%. There's a big segment of the audience, and especially, and that's the thing.
But but to go on record though, I don't think necessarily the audience are going in there to watch women be slaughtered.
Yes, they are.
I don't. Well, in that case, then Fred is going in there to.
Yes.
Go in there for the expectation. But that. Okay, fine. Not everybody is going to see these movies.
Just picking on Fred today.
So.
No. I'm just.
I'm done. I'm just saying.
No, I mean.
To Amanda's
I'm not
point,
pushing back.
Everybody is going to see these movies to get women being slaughtered. Then Fred is. But is that his
intention? They keep going to see it, and they keep going to see the same character getting slaughtered, and the people around are getting slaughtered, and essentially cheering for Ghostface.
And what's wrong with that?
No.
Well, we could take another half hour to discuss the morality of killing children with you, and then we can kind of go from there.
But what's wrong with watching the movie and enjoying it? In that case,
I'm kind of with Amanda on this point here. So here's the thing, and I didn't just jump ship here, but here's the thing that I think. Here's how I watch. Amanda and I
am not going in there to watch children die. I am going in there to watch a movie. But Amanda you can't sit there when I'm walking into a movie and say, "Oh, I'm going in there because I want to watch children die." I'm going in to watch a movie. Not for that specification. That is what I'm saying. In that case, the reason why I want to go see it is to go watch children die. And that is my only reason not to go see it.
Oh, I didn't say only reason, but that is absolutely a defining reason for a lot of people, for a lot of the horror movies. They want to see people get killed.
There are people that So one of my points was that I was going to make here was that you need to, and Amanda and I were talking about this, I think, before, and forgive me if I'm paraphrasing a conversation I think we had once, but I feel like Amanda takes movies, on their as they are, and very kind of literally, and I think a lot of times I give things a pass under the patina of genre. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where I'm at, because when you do see, I look at these movies as genre pieces. Scream is so effective to me because it works as a meditation on horror and a mystery, and frankly something that I was really into at that time, which was Dawson's Creek-ish melodrama. So it works on those levels for me. But when you put it against movies that are really about teenage violence, there are movies out there that do treat them seriously, or at least try to. And those are really disturbing. I know that like the I think there's something wrong with Kevin or whatever that movie, whatever the name of that is, or I think we need to talk about Kevin.
Talk
Like-
about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
What? No, it's a movie. Google it, man.
I
Ezra
know.
Miller.
I'm messing with you.
But I'm saying like there are I talk about this a lot. Like when we do these things, like I grade on the assignment, and the assignment here was to make Scream 7, and I think they failed. But I think the assignment for Scream 1 was to make, you know, their vision, and I think they executed it exceptionally well. It's one of my favorite horror movies, and for what it is. But I also think that when if you don't look at it under that like genre glare, yeah, it's children getting slashed, especially some of the unedited versions. There's like some cuts that were cut out of the film because they were literally too gory, and frankly they're on par with the things that were in Scream 7 today. So I don't know what that says. But yeah, no, I just defend the genre, and I defend the filmmaking, and I defend the storytelling. So.
Yeah, no.
But I am sympathetic. I mean, I've seen documentaries about like, you know, like I saw a documentary about like the real Scream murders, they called it, and it is really scary when you get two lost teenagers whipping each other up and
if
going
you're-
out and hurting people.
if
So
we wanna
I
talk-
understand that sensitivity, but also
Sure.
I look at it as like a horror film.
But in that case, yeah, like you just look at it as a film. Like,
Yeah, I look at
don't.
like I get your point. You're saying
Yeah.
like it's a movie, like
It's
whatever,
a movie
and
is my
and
point.
I'm with
did-
you to a degree, but
Yeah.
I also think that there's like that only gets you so far. Like when it works is like if you have movie and substance, right? Like if
Right.
you're able to do like this doesn't work just slaughtering a girl and letting her guts spill out for me.
Well,
but,
no, then
like,
that's
if you set up a-
Terrifier.
Yeah, if you set up a like, you know, like if you set up a character or an expectation, and then so this is the thing, right? Like horror is, you know, set up and scare, right?
Yeah.
But
No.
like when it's done well, it's like setups. I'm not arguing with you, Chad. You don't have to.
No, I
like,
know
I'm
you're not. No, I'm not. I am not arguing with you either. I'm
But
just.
I'm just saying it's like
I get
they're-
it. Yeah.
it works better when it's like set up and then subvert and scare, right? And there's like none of
Right.
that here. It's like like Amanda says, you are going to see kids die because that's the expectation from Scream 7 is like you're expecting the same recipe. I'm just saying, once upon a time, it used to be better. I don't know.
Once upon a time, it was an adult grooming a child and then trying to kill her. Like
He wasn't an adult in that movie. He was.
He was
That's
18.
also That's also the Mike Myers or the.
They were the
Rob
same
Zombie.
age. They
the
were
boys were
just young
18, they were adults. They made a
Well, so
special
were-
point of making them the adults so that they could have this pattern.
In the first Scream, I've seen the first Scream movie a billion times, and as far as I'm aware, they were all the same age. Like there was never any discrepancy between them being 18 and the girls being 16 or younger. They were the same age.
No, 17 for the girls, 18 for the boys. So that there was not adults and adults. And the adults are the killers, and the not adults are the ones who try to
a
think to kill.
problem with calling an 18-year-old an adult. Like legally, yes, but also
It's the bright line of where
They're
it's
not
at. And
mature.
there was a choice
Yeah.
that was made so that they could move it forward that way. Like,
you don't think that they just wanted to make the boys 18 because that made them somehow, quote unquote, bigger, stronger, better?
Yeah, I mean, and even if it is like, I mean, I don't really know on age of consent laws. I've never tried to F around and find out, but like, you know, like I'm sure like, you know, there would be like an 18, 17. I'm sure there
it's
might
not
be
an
something.
age of consent thing. Like the whole thing about the sinning is that they're having sex before marriage. It doesn't
He's
matter
the
about
bad
the
guy.
ages.
He's the bad guy, and
Yeah.
like that's what he's doing. Like it's an
Okay,
awful
that's-
thing,
never
but
mind.
it's
The answer is sexism.
The answer
had
is
a question.
sexism,
It is.
slash-
always sexism.
but also grooming. Like they're trying to set it up that
I
you know
don't
the
think
bad
that
guys are.
An
it's-
18-year-old with the 17-year-old is grooming though, because like, you know, you could be they could have been the girls, the 17-year-old girls could have been a week from turning 18, and the boys could have just turned 18. Like
Yeah,
even if
we
you
just-
go like at the
This-
very widest, it's like
Look.
it's like a 2-year age gap, and it's not a huge maturity gap. As a matter of fact, as the like, you know, like
God,
guys
Oh,
tend-
maturity is
hang
a
on.
separate thing.
Let's just all agree. When you are when you are in your teens, you're fucking stupid. There you
No.
go.
Yeah.
The whole
Yes.
movie.
And then you
are-
grow out of it
you are-
after your teens.
You are a dumb teenager.
Sure you do.
Every
I'm
every
super
Look
teenager,
smart.
forward to
now.
it.
every
Okay.
And
don't
also,
make
teenager
any
is
mistakes
stupid.
ever.
it's
Again,
And also,
this is
you-
teen slander. Slander.
It's not teen slander. You are always a dumb teenager. You can be
No.
smart, but you're still stupid.
It's also not about like I also kind of, I mean, look,
not like-
grooming aside, like the whole thing was
Is your
The whole thing was it was a setup. Like they were making a setup. So of course there's a grooming and planning and plotting element to it. Like they were trying to do some like mystery grand thing. And like, unfortunately in true crime and in real world, that stuff happens. And this was pulled from like a real story. Kevin Williamson pulled it from a real story and put his flair on it. And I think he did a really good job of making something that is, especially at the time, was legitimately scary. And did a good job of like, you know, blending like a genre norms with something that could really get at people's, like, I'm not trying to be funny again, but like get at your guts and get at your like your core, you know. And I always responded to that, and yeah, love it. Love Scream 1.
So
2
what
through
do
7 we can debate.
So what do you exactly should they do different about Scream?
End it.
Oh, I have a take on Scream. Put me in the room. I've got a take on Scream.
It's like,
No,
okay.
No, but here's the thing. I think we should send him to space.
Nah, no.
We did it with Leprechaun. We did it with Jason.
But
It's
again-
time to send Ghost Guard.
Yeah.
It's
The
time to
whole-
send him to space.
The point, though, is the point of a horror film that supposed to be like
They lead up to go to space. Yes.
no, that the humans will win out over the monsters?
Not
It depends on the
necessarily.
film.
It depends.
No, I
Depends on
think
the
a lot of
movie.
So
lot of my
you should
favorite-
just give up and submit to the monster.
No, that's just a
No.
different genre. That like I mean, yeah, I guess so. We should just
No,
give up. That's a good genre. We just give up into the monster. There.
No,
we
so-
just,
So I can. Okay, I'm gonna get really horror nerdy here, but like it depends on like the genre, right? Like slash. Look,
Right.
I think most horror works best like sci-fi as like metaphor to explain like our sociological conditions. I think slasher is as much as I love slasher and I enjoy writing slasher. It's one of the, and it's very primal, but it's one of the least analogous. I guess it would be the word, like subgenre that you can do, like ghost stories and hauntings and stuff. You can get to real like primal emotional traumas and things of that nature.
or like
And like there are other yeah, so like even like zombies and stuff, right? Like when people, you know, like zombies are, you know, traditionally like George Romero every 10 years refreshed them to address like another sociological I mean, Night of the Living Dead is one of the most political, you know, films ever made, you know, or at least, you know, of that time. So and then, you know, he switched the formula again in the 80s to be about consumerism, and then early 2000s was about voyeurism with Diary. So anyway, there's all kinds of different, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, horror has its applications and stuff, and I would argue that slasher is one of the thinnest ones, as much as I love it. But everyone is different, so it depends on what it is. Sometimes, you know, the like, I mean, some of my favorite horror movies are ones where like people tried to do everything right and they still lost. Like, you know, the original Wicker Man is one of my favorite ones, and you know it. So yeah, it's we should do that one day. That'll be fun. Ooh, Amanda and I will have fun on that. But but yeah, no, it depends. I know so yeah, it depends.
But-
Like, I mean,
And in the case of slasher flicks like the ones we've listed, where the monster just keeps coming back and killing more and more people and re-traumatizing people over and over again.
so again, that's a byproduct of the system,
That's
and I'm
just
not
the
saying that that's an
genre.
artist film. Like very, very few like people like really in the history of horror have really been like, I want to make more than one of this. Like, you know, like very often it's like they make one and then they are asked to repeat the formula. Carpenter with Halloween did not want to do two. Famously, they twisted his arm into the soundtrack. I'm sorry, into doing the soundtrack. There's a lot of this in the history of films. So I try with
So
horror.
would it make more sense to stop them at a certain point and not keep making more?
Yeah, the artist in me would love that, but we live in like Hollywood system where they don't do that. You know, they will sequelize something to the death, whether it's making money or not, because they would rather bet the fact that we will turn up for a name that we know versus gambling on something new. It used to be that the safety net was like personalities and stars. You'd put Tom Cruise on a thing and that was going to guarantee you an opening weekend. Nowadays, Tom Cruise, you know, I mean, he kind of still cheats the rule and stuff, but there is no contemporary Tom Cruise. Instead, it's Transformers 15 and Marvel this and it's stuff, because they know that we're going to turn out and buy the merch. And they're, even when Supergirl flops, they've more than made their money back. They're not worried about the universe and stuff, and they get everybody else all worked up about it, and they get online and they post and they're like, they don't know what they're doing, but the truth is they do. This is the formula working. Scream 7 is by design. They couldn't be happier that they're doing this and churning out this shitty content and have us talking about it. because Scream 8 will come in 9 and 10. So
Oh shit,
this
we
is the
are
plan.
feeding the machine. No.
Yes,
Turn off the
we are.
switch.
And
This-
again, I don't want Weinstein to have that money, and I don't want Weinstein's friends to have that money. Please do not watch this movie.
Yeah, look,
No.
everybody, Fisticuffs still has late
Yarr.
pledges. Put your money there. But I'm with you on that. But
Sure.
yeah, but
That's the
yeah,
thing, like, the argument, like, it's not like I'm not saying this because I think that we are an exceptional group of creators here. I'm saying it doesn't, like, they need to put some independent writers, creators into these things, and then you could take that name recognition of the Scream franchise and add a little Fred Schwartz flair to it, and that would make it
Put him in
better.
space.
But they need
well, the
What?
other thing that we're not factoring in
Human
too is
beings.
that there's a lot of factors too. Like it's all not always the best artist that gets these jobs too. It's the most dependable and the
100%.
guy that turns in
Sure.
on time and
Sure.
stuff. So like
Well,
again, you're expecting
the-
too much from Scream 7. Like
The producers are broadly white males who want to push their agenda. And when that contradicts them, they're going to push those people out. That's what happened with Scream 7. So that's going to keep happening with other movies. They will just push people out and making sure that it aligns to their vision.
Can we all
Yeah.
just
and then
agree
eventually
that
people
this is
just
just
stop seeing movies altogether.
and I'm with you,
which-
Amanda. And I would argue that the
Read more
counterpunch.
comics.
Yeah, the counterpunch is to support more indie artists and stuff. It's not to like sit around here and like. I mean, I'm going to do both. Like I am going to watch the next Scream movie out of morbid curiosity and because like I want to see what they're doing to my old friend. But I'm also going to support other people and other voices, and I'm going to look for. I'm always looking for like what are the 25 best horror movies this year that I don't know about yet, so I can see what else is going on. So, yeah, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have.
Yeah, except you're
Jordan Peele
you're-
still making
it's
scary
supporting
movies?
those things and reinforcing them and approving of them.
Well, listen, I'm with you. I wish, but like life's I don't know. It's
I think
it's what it
life's
is.
too
Like,
short to take it way too seriously at times.
Yeah, like
Like-
at this. Well,
Now,
look,
granted, though, I also didn't know that Weinstein had anything to do with the Scream movies, so I
don't
do
think
agree
he's-
with Amanda on that.
I can't
So-
Yeah,
imagine.
he did. I think he did the first 3, didn't he?
He did the
He
first
bought
3.
them.
His company was
His
involved
brother-
with.
It was his brother's company. His brother was not that it makes it any better, but his brother was the Dimension side of it, and he handled the horror stuff. Harvey did the
They were in the company together.
yeah. And I'm with you. I don't want to support
Yeah.
them either at all. But I
It's okay to like these movies, Fred.
I'm just like, where do I
Like-
put my money that I'm confident that it's going to an altruistic soul? Like I just
Project
don't know.
Hail Mary, that was great. I saw
That's
that.
going.
one
That's
on
going to
Tuesday,
Bezos,
on
man. Who's going to
Tuesday.
privatize the thing and make it impossible for me to fulfill Kickstarters. So I don't want to support him at all. Like once he privatizes the mail, we're
Okay,
all
well, never
effed.
mind. I won't like Project Hail Mary. God, man, we can't like
No,
anything.
can't like
It's the problem
Oh.
with letting the billionaires get too far in control of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bezos-
I mean, look
look,
at the movie
Got that on
franchises. Like,
ourselves, didn't we?
they're all wash,
Well,
rinse,
Bezos
repeat,
is
and people are
Doing it public.
gonna, to Amanda's point, is gonna go and reinforce that we still want to see these movies, regardless of what your reasoning is to see them. So,
So if we
But-
vote with our dollars to shift it towards new stuff, then we'll start
Well, you
seeing more
look
new
at-
stuff.
yeah, and you look at Backrooms and Obsession. I mean, they did great. So, I mean,
Yeah, and then they
we're on a good
immediately
track.
turned around and like Backrooms is a fucking is a indie creepypasta. It started its life
Yeah.
in the dark
Yeah.
corners of the internet, and now the Backrooms people are filing DCMA takedown notices.
No, they withdrew that. They
They
withdrew that. Yeah,
Yeah,
A24
they
withdrew that.
took
Yeah,
it down.
they did. Yeah,
Did it in the
they
first
withdrew
place.
it.
Pisses me right the fuck off because they didn't have any right. They don't own the concept of Backrooms. That belongs to all of us.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was yeah. When,
Goddamn internet,
yeah.
and fuck them for even trying. It's bullshit.
when when A24 I think went some management changes, and then they were
Yeah, I
like,
don't
oh
like
shit, we can't do this.
Fucking
So,
did it is
yeah.
enough for me to get on. They should have to suffer a consequence for trying to do that. Like they thought they were being real smart. Like it's not like Nintendo filing for because you used Super Mario in your movie or something. This is a creepypasta. We all contribute to those. Like the whole fucking internet contributes to those. So they like They suck for that. They shouldn't have done that. Everybody loved them, and then they fucking did that. I'm so pissed about that.
Well,
Okay.
luckily they withdrew it. So
Yeah, and like they not because they wanted to though, because the backlash was so bad
Right.
that they felt that like that was the only thing they could do.
I
Without
also think it was.
Matt,
But it could have
said-
also been the whole Sonic thing where they did that to boost.
I guess I can't pull up
Runners.
Matt's thing here. It's not gonna let me. He said, for the record, I'm not a Scream super fan. I'm an actress and actor super fan. Regardless of the content of the movies, the people behind the characters are some amazing humans, and that I can agree with. I'm sure that the actors, especially nowadays, it's getting harder and harder for them to make a career out of this. So, I'm all about supporting the actors and actresses.
Matt, get in the
But
quiz.
Matt, you're still dead to me for not going with my Pitch Perfect to Scream 7 theory. So sorry.
Just didn't hold up.
I didn't know what you were
It does,
talking
though.
about.
It does. I'm telling you. It does.
But
Oh, ghosty.
we should definitely, it sounds like, be keeping an eye out for more indie and interesting novel things and help
We
put
should
money
definitely
there.
Do,
Yeah, Amanda.
the back rooms and what was the other
And
one?
even,
Iron Lung and Hail Mary. The Hail Mary needs to go on the list. I still haven't seen it.
oh
I-
god,
Iron Lung was.
It's in our library to see, and I still haven't watched it.
Hail Mary was really
Okay.
great.
I believe it.
Amanda,
I'm
I'm going to
currently
show
watching-
you.
It was two science
currently watching
bros
Hail
hanging
Mary.
out.
Amanda, I'm going to show you my letterbox from the last 5 years. There are every year there's like 2 or 3 franchise horror movies, and the rest is indie shit that I've never heard of before. I balance it out way more in the favor of the indie shit. Unfortunately, there are just certain franchises that just they have me, and I will watch the shit Scream puts out forever, and I'll be mad about it. But you know, it'll remind me why I love the first one so darn much. Which
All
you
right,
also
everybody who, if you're still watching and you want to play the quiz, you are able to play. You're welcome to play. Scan the QR code or type into your browser play.lookat.com, and then when it prompts you for that game code, do that. If you scan the QR code, it's not going to prompt you. It's just going to tell you to enter your name, and that'll get you into the game. And then if you win, I didn't draw anything yet because I'm way fucking behind now. Like I missed a couple of shows and then my entire system falls apart. And so now I'm behind on my stickers. And
I want a sparkle rat, damn it.
yeah, I'm Sparkle Rat. I gotta get Sparkle Rat done. I'm so far behind. Like I'm looking here. I gotta get Sparkle Rat done. I gotta
Mhm,
finish. I've gotta finish the Soylent Green because I think I had a lot of trouble working out what I should do for Soylent Green. Because what the fuck do you do for Soylent Green?
Delicious food wafers.
Yeah. And then I actually did almost finish the Twilight one, and I don't know why I didn't upload you guys an almost finished whip, but you can
Twilight.
because you could guess like
oh
I
Twilight.
started something
Yeah, it's
completely
definitely an
different, and then, like
experience.
obviously we are gonna go we are like just Sparkle Rat, man.
Did we lose somebody?
Sparkle Rat. Who?
Mm,
I like
we
in one
had
of the
6.
Twilight movies, God shows up.
Okay.
And that was
I
weird.
thought we had 6 too, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought I saw 6. Oh wait, is it me? My phone just went quiet. Nope, it's not me.
Oh, it's me.
oh,
Am I gone?
Like
Oh, there.
that?
there we go. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
There you are. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just like super behind, and I'll get caught up eventually. I usually do. And at some point, we got to reschedule the Mega Quiz show. We can't not
Yes.
do the Mega Quiz.
Mm.
And the movie after it that we didn't do.
Oh, Plan 9 from Outer Space. We
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
That's
Boy,
like
do I have
that.
opinions about that.
Quiz is ready
That
to go.
movie is so
It's
bad.
not
much to
that
say.
bad.
It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It's
I love it.
bad,
Say.
but it's like
Not
a
that
special bad.
That is
The
shit,
quiz.
bro.
The quiz is not that bad.
Oh, the
I
movie
like stinkers
Oh.
and quizzes.
The movie,
Gotcha.
the movie itself, Plan 9 from Outer Space, is bad, but it's like a special kind of bad.
Yeah. Agreed.
I have an careful guys. I have an Ed Wood tattoo that I love to talk about. I'm very proud of it. So,
Mhm,
Good.
mhm.
are we ready?
I guess
And
we're
let's do
about.
it.
It doesn't look like anybody else is gonna jump in today, so we should get going.
Blasting off.
So Brian's first. Who got second?
I don't think I was. No.
Oh my god, I got first.
Interesting.
Come on, Sarah.
I didn't think I was that fast. Let's see who can beat Brian today. I'm doing this without glasses too. Like, I'm at the point where I cannot look at my phone without doing this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, Kev, I thought you would have got that one.
I did.
Oh, you
They
did?
got
Oh,
it faster.
oh, okay. I guess I didn't show the bottom there.
That wasn't in the movie.
They
They
talked
mentioned
about
it.
it.
Talked about
They,
it.
they talked
In the
about it.
intro
What exactly
vignette.
was, but it just
I still got
Yeah.
it wrong, but I remember where it was mentioned.
it's like it technically was in the movie. They just talked about it. They didn't show it.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
Mm.
Fuck.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I
I'm
forgot that
gonna
one.
win
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
I don't remember.
Oh shit!
There we
I
go.
got that right.
Oh, I
That's a
haven't
shocker.
seen that movie in a long time.
Ugh, I don't like it.
Somebody
Yeah.
got it right.
Have
Yeah,
any of you
I-
watched
I surprised you
Hazbin
got it right.
Hotel?
I have. It's
I've heard of it. I've seen like an episode. It was really good.
Yeah, there's a
Gosh.
character that has a TV dropped on their head, and then they become a person, a character.
Oh,
Like, you know.
That's who he was. That's the dude's name. Jesus Christ, I cannot remember it for the life of me. That dude's name.
Meeks, yeah. Cannot remember the first
Jesus
name.
Christ.
I can't.
I remember
do
the
that,
last name. That's
so-
sad.
Yeah, that's why I get both.
I remember the last name. I forgot his first name.
Kevin's pulling ahead.
Oh my
Kev,
God,
man,
Kev,
come on,
Kev.
Kev.
Somebody other than
Oh.
Brian can win.
Definitely.
Dude, I'm trying my best.
Oh shit.
What?
I don't know. Oh, okay,
I
I,
have
do
no
know.
idea what that. I don't even understand.
I don't remember.
What's the name of the first?
The other thing
Ghostface?
ran over with a car.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't remember that one.
Yeah, I love how Courtney Cox is like, oh, there's my friend's house where people probably
Ah,
routinely go
bullshit.
up to her
Oh,
house dressed as
yeah.
Ghostface,
Yeah.
asking for an autograph.
Yeah,
I better
it's like,
murder
I-
him.
Yeah, got you. Yeah.
That would have been a better twist.
I was live tweeting some of this movie to
Oh, my bad.
Two.
Wrong one.
Fred and Brian and Amanda.
Hey,
Mhm.
who guessed the pub from my book?
Evan got it.
Oh,
wrong.
Danny's Pub.
No, Barry's Pub and Tavern.
Oh.
It's from Fisticuffs.
I forgot that one. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Shit, I don't know. Yes, I do. Never mind.
What are the New York Ghostface murders?
That's the crimes in number 6, but they reference that here.
Yeah.
Number 6 was set in New York.
Oh, the Netflix. Okay, I see. You are getting so.
They
meta.
say that in the beginning. The creepy kid says, "Oh, it's not as good as the
Isn't it
Netflix
like a
one."
real
Yeah.
thing? Oh my god, I don't know. Did they even show that? Do we know?
I thought they mentioned it.
They must have, otherwise he wouldn't have included it. But
That's what
effed if I remember.
Oh my god, I guessed it and I got it right.
I was like, I
Same.
didn't remember that one. I did not remember that one.
Sarah, we're in the lead for random guessing. Woo!
Oh wow, Sarah ran away with this one.
Why?
Indeed.
How?
Mhm.
What's going on?
Good job.
What the fuck?
That's a
All
good
right.
question because
Counting?
I was like,
You're
I
just
didn't
all
count.
about the body
I
count,
was-
aren't you?
I was just laughing at them dying. I'm being honest. I didn't count.
Is it bad that we don't know?
It was 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget.
It was
that immediately.
enough.
Sarah!
Right,
Yay!
what's enough?
My own art that doesn't exist yet. Woo!
I'm
Sarah
shocked that I got to second place. So
Well done.
Excellent. All right.
It, of course, helped that Fred didn't actually have to take the quiz. The way he would have mopped the floor with us.
I know this
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, he most definitely would have took my place or took Sarah's place.
So that was interesting. Let's not do it again. Kevin's banned from picking stuff anymore.
No.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Absolutely. Kevin needs to pick more.
It's next
I-
week
I-
again.
Well,
Have we
I didn't
decided?
watch a plethora of movies this week, so not
would like
sorry.
I would like to pick Kevin, like you should pick a movie that like a horror movie that you think is really good, because I'm curious like to juxtapose those two, because
That'd be cool.
I'm curious. Yeah.
Well, they need
And
to
Cinematic
make
and
one that's
I
really
don't know if
good.
you can
I
find one.
haven't seen Get Out, so we could if that is that good, because I hear
What did you think of
Get
Paranormal
Out.
Activity?
Get Out is a good one.
Kevin.
Wait, what's up?
Paranormal Activity.
Kevin, what did you think of Paranormal Activity? Not so much.
Not a-
Okay.
Not a trick
Okay.
question.
See, that's one that made me lose some sleep.
That face.
Dude, I was pissed about that freaking movie because it was so freaking hyped. I was excited for it, and I watched it. I was like, I've seen it like 1,000 times before. So
Oh,
what's,
okay. And I had
what's
not
the
seen a lot
point
of
of this
those.
fucking movie? So,
Oh,
so-
yeah.
And plus, I'm
Alright.
not a big fan of found footage movies if you don't grab me in the first 10 minutes.
Sure.
So,
Solid. Yes. Kevin is correct.
And as soon as I turn it on, 10 minutes later, I'm like, why am I still watching? 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 I was like, because my curiosity gets the best of me. And I was like, does it get better? Does it fucking get better? And then it gets the credits and it did not get better.
Got an
It did
idea.
not fucking get better.
All right, I got a movie. We should all watch
Or-
Skidamarink.
What?
What's that one?
Oh,
Ugh,
I
okay,
keep
that's
hearing
like
about that
I haven't
one.
seen it, but that's one of those like disorienting handheld shits. I really,
oh, it's not handheld.
it's not.
It's not
Oh, no.
really.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That called up a puppet show for children.
Yeah,
not
that's
that.
what I'm seeing.
Not that. That's Skidamarinka Dinky Dude. That is a children's nursery rhyme song.
Gibberishly.
I was gonna watch it one time.
That
I
is
thought it was.
the
I
movie
didn't know
is
that.
Skidamarink is not a found. It is a special kind of movie.
Well, I also have another shark movie that you guys would love to hate that just came out on Prime Video.
Oh.
Really?
I got a shark
Yeah,
movie
the-
that you guys would
The
love.
Devil's Mouth.
I haven't seen that.
That movie is so freaking dull. It was the most Gen Z
Yeah.
stupid shit I have ever seen in a while. The script was horrible. I was like, it was. I feel like somebody AI wrote the freaking movie because you could tell like it was just pathetic. And like,
IMDb's blurb from the search results is bad acting, poorly written
Yep.
dialogue, and weak CGI on
Yes.
the order of the day with The Devil's Mouth.
yes,
Fantastic.
there's you could barely even see the shark because it was so dark in a cave. You don't even the only thing you see is the blood, and you don't know where the hell the blood came from. You know, and the shark just ate somebody. the acting was horrible. The script was so stupid. Just everything was just stupid. And I'm
Thank you
like,
for warning us.
Sarah, I legit text Sarah after I watched it. I was like, I have another therapy movie.
Just gotta make a whole like Kevin's movie therapy show.
And then
like,
the next day,
We are always here for
and
you.
then
Kevin.
yesterday I was watching so many. I text Sarah. I was like, I got another one. She's like, why you keep watching shitty movies? Why the fuck they keep making them? This is the question.
yeah,
That's the question.
I
I
told
don't
you
know
because
who's
they check because of the formulas. They have meetings for this. They have demographics. They have notes and papers, and they have a formula.
They like tax breaks.
Sure.
I legit
Yes, it's
watched.
business.
I-
They make.
Soulmate just came out on digital, and I'm like, I see why they sent this to digital and not theaters because this would have bombed so bad, and it was so fucking pathetic.
Guys, you don't realize they don't make movies to nourish us in the same way. I'm sorry, they don't make movies for us to be thought-provoking movies in the same way McDonald's doesn't make food to nourish us. McDonald's just makes shit to satiate us and to like sugar this and makes us feel like we're eating and feel
at
like
least
we're
McDonald's didn't give us
consuming
diarrhea like
food.
Taco Bell.
We
so-
are eating and we are ingesting and we are putting that into our
Right.
minds.
And I'm telling you, I balance this shit out
But
with
it's
other
not
ones.
good.
Like this Scream 7 is my cheat day, Amanda. Okay. And like this is my cheat day. And you know, I
But
watch
missed. So I
your
I
Taco
missed the
Bell
episode
day.
when you talked
It
about
is.
trash. I mean thrash. But when you get to Devil's Mouth, I will make sure I'll make it to the episode so I give Amanda my thoughts because I missed trash.
again, I defend thrash because I don't expect anything from these people. I know who they are, I know what they're doing, and it's fine. That's Hollywood. I can't change it from,
By your logic, you should love every single movie and never have a criticism. for
that is
any of
not
them.
true. How does that fit my logic?
Because you don't expect anything from anyone. They're just making a movie, and that's how Hollywood is.
It is
And so we
not
should just
true.
accept it
I-
and eat our
no,
junk food
that is
every
not
single
true.
That doesn't
time.
I
make you
grade-
can't
I
enjoy
grade-
the movie, though.
I grade on a curve, okay? If you, me, and like my 5-year-old nephew like sat down to watch a movie together, and I'm like, what did you think about that? I would expect you and him to give completely different answers. And I can be completely
I don't
satisfied with both of them because I grade. Thrash is not Thrash is of course Thrash is trash. Who expected Thrash to be quality, I wonder? Like who thought that was gonna be who watched 5 minutes of that movie and heard like her water birth joke and was like, oh, I am buckled in for some cinema here. Like this is not Francis Ford Coppola. This is the
agree
guy,
with-
this is the director of Sperma. What it called? Like, I mean, like the Sperma movie. Like, guys, what do you expect from these people?
I actually agree with Fred on that case.
Yeah.
That's a
It's-
shocker.
We've discussed what we expect. We expect internal consistency for the world building that they have built for us. It's a bare minimum for there to be a cohesive movie. It's not hard.
but
It is hard. It's
Yeah.
incredibly difficult. Make a 4.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
One
is.
editor can put you right in line.
That universe
It
don't
is
make
really.
sense.
It is
That
really.
doesn't mean a movie can't be enjoyable, though.
It is really hard to make a good commercially successful movie that you can sell to people and get them to come to the theater, especially if you're doing it without a pre-existing property name. If you're doing it without a license, it's really hard. That's why they don't do it. That's why those movies come out in March and August now, and the summer's reserved for all the shit that we've heard of before. It's what it is. And even those movies are educated, hyper educated guesses where they've done all the researches and they figured out what is supposed to work and why. And that's why it gets so frustrating to them when it doesn't work because they followed the formula. So yeah, that's Hollywood, man. I watched a lot of shit about this in my dreams of one day being there. And now now I get it, you know, now I get why I'll never work there. But no, but it's what it is. And that's why you go to like, that's why. So, okay. Last thing I'll say, because I've really talked a lot about this, but you know, this was Scream. I kind of bit my tongue halfway in the twilight last week when I realized I had nothing to offer. But so this is how I watch movies, Amanda, and I really recommend it to people. Right? April now they pushed it back, but it used to be May starts summer movie season. So that's when I get really excited about all my licensed shit like X-Men movies and Masters of the Universe. I even buy all the toys and I get all the Dairy Queen tie-in meals. Then sometime around August when movies start to subside, that's when I turn on Halloween season. And that's when I watch all my horror and stuff. I watch all the classics. I watch the stuff that I love and I watch all the new stuff. And then I go back and see the shit that I missed to that point in the year. Then I have Oscar season where I get really interested into like the indie stuff and the big contenders and stuff. And then I repeat, and then actually I lied. In November I have like kind of like a classics month that I do where I go back and watch really old movies. And then like February and March is kind of a free for all. But I watch these things in seasons and I expect different quality at different times in the year. And sometimes I'm surprised. Sometimes I'll get like a really nice Oscar movie in March and I'm like, wow, that really surprised me. But yeah, you know, you expect different things different times of the year. And that's how I do it.
Okay.
I just like what I like,
Mhm.
and that's it. Like,
That's-
okay.
Yeah, it's you're ingesting art and what appeals to you.
Yeah,
appeals
and
to
I
you.
also just like going to the movies and watching a movie.
Yeah, I just pick. I just pick a certain time of the year to be into art, and I pick a certain time of
Sure.
the year to be in the schlock, and a certain time of the year to be into my X-Men comfort food or whatever it is.
I just
Yeah, I
watched
saw
Jurassic Park
Spider-Man
3
and-
400 times.
Yeah, I mean I don't do that anymore. I used to do that when I was younger, but I don't watch rewatches as much.
My mom watches the first Men in Black movie at least once a month.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to say, oh.
Good for
But I actually really like that movie.
My mom used to do that too. She would watch movies that she like over and over again and laugh at
Yeah,
all the same
like
jokes.
Jurassic
like it was
Park all the
first
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that with Shrek. I always still
I
laugh at Shrek.
completely forgot.
Speaking of Men in Black, that one is
We watched
coming
Men
up.
in We watched Men in Black a
Right.
few weeks ago.
I
Sarah
love
and I
Men in
first show
Black.
we did.
Yeah, and now they're gonna come. They're the Movie Smash people. We did a podcast with them, and they're coming over here to talk about Men in Black with us too. I
Nice.
don't know. I told them. I said pick any of them. You can pick any one of the Men in Black movies. We'll watch one of
Not
them.
the latest one.
And it was
Ooh.
like the
Not international. 'cause
I
God,
told them it
that
was up to
that was
him. I
weird.
told them it was up to them. And we had a lot of fun on that. And it's coming. They're gonna release that. Let me look here.
There's
Oh,
only
I think
some
they're releasing
movies.
it. I want to say August 8th. So it's coming up. They'll be putting it out soon, and I will post it for everybody when that happens. And then they're gonna come see. They're coming here on August 24th, and we're gonna come talk about one of the Men in Black movies. I don't know which one yet, but we'll get it. We'll get it figured out before. And next week, I just literally we had just started this show. We were live already, and Fish popped on for a hot second to come say hi before he went to another show, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to come promote your shit on our?" Because he's got another awesome creator with another campaign out, and so I said, "Do you want to come?" So he's gonna come. We were talking about what movie to watch next week because we had a weird, very unusual had an opening, but now Fish is gonna come talk. So we'll see what he
pick a movie yet?
He did not, because I literally just asked him, so he doesn't even have time to do that. He's on another show, and then when he's done with that, we'll get it sorted, and I'll let you guys know, and then I'll let everybody know on Sunday like I usually do. Because if you don't watch the show, you don't get to know what the next week's movie is early. You have to wait till Sunday like the rest of the peons. Anyway. And then I think, Jesus Christ, do we got Kevin on here again already? For Primate? We can move
Just
that.
give him
if
the
you're-
password. Let him sign in.
Right. for like the
Actually, that one's not a therapy one. That's the one I actually did like. So that's not a
Which
therapy.
that's the one you like? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. We need to do one that you didn't like, one like intersperse or interchange.
Yeah,
them
I
with
mean,
ones
I
that you
balanced
just-
it out
that we
this
can-
time. I'm like, that one I
Yeah.
actually did enjoy. I thought it was at least decent. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
So yeah, okay. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna do. Fish is gonna pick something on August 10th, and then Kevin picked Primate, and then we're gonna watch another Men in Black movie, and then Pirates, and that's August for us.
Fish should get Finding Nemo. I'm kidding.
Fitting.
I am really hoping. I'm crossing my fingers for this. I had made zero suggestions to him at all, but I'm really crossing my fingers that he will pick Last Action Hero because oh my fucking god, that movie.
I've never seen
And I
that.
don't know
actually.
why it doesn't have anything to do with his Kickstarter campaign. Like I don't think it has anything to do. Like maybe a tiny little bit could possibly be linked, but not really. I just think that movie's
Wait,
ridiculous.
what day?
It's been a minute
What
since
day
I
is
watched
Primate again? Because I forgot.
Primate is the 17th, I believe. Yeah, 17th. So not next August, not
Oh.
next Monday, but the one after that.
All right, because I forgot I did book 2 movies with you. Jesus Christ.
We ended up
completely
having
lied.
like five movies that you suggested on here at one
Yeah,
point.
really?
No, we have-
I text you that much?
Mhm.
And they're on the list, but they don't have dates yet. So we're gonna,
Good lord. Okay.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, cool.
It's like
All right.
the new Insidious comes out this month, so hopefully that's not therapy, but we'll see.
All right. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Like I said,
Yeah.
a whole nother show for Kevin.
Sorry.
All right. With that being said, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching this now or later. If you have a comment for us, even if you're watching this after we're live, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll probably see it at some point, maybe not. Like I'm not great about checking the comments, but I do eventually check all the comments. And thank you for Chad and Kevin for coming and joining us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
And yes, come back next week to listen to Fish talk about his stuff and find out what movie he picked. So, all right. With that being said, everybody have a good night, and I think that's it. I think we're done.
See you
Oh.
next week.
Bye.
Hi, guys.
Bye.